Snoop Dogg just got hit with a warning. And no, it wasn't from the police or another rapper. It came from Katt Williams himself. Yeah, that Katt Williams, the one who never holds his tongue for anybody. This time, Katt wasn't joking. He said Snoop is changing, and not in a good way. Katt said Snoop is starting to act like what he calls a political dog. That means someone who plays nice with powerful people instead of standing up for regular folks. Katt didn't sugarcoat it at all. He said, "No, sir. Down the road, people might not want to book you in Texas, Arizona, or California. Wouldn't that be fantastic? Let that happen." You could feel how serious he was. That wasn't a joke. That was a warning. When Katt Williams talks, it's not for attention. He doesn't chase fame. When he speaks, it's because he believes something is wrong. And this time, he believes Snoop is walking a dangerous path, one where money, power, and truth don't mix well. Katt has been calling out Hollywood lately. He's been exposing fake smiles and secret deals. He's named big stars like Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, and D.L. Hughley. Nobody has been safe. But when Katt said Snoop Dogg's name, everything got quiet. Why? Because Snoop isn't just famous, he's a legend. He went from the streets of Long Beach to Death Row Records, then all the way to TV shows, commercials, and even the White House. He became someone everyone knows. But Katt says somewhere along the way, Snoop changed. There was a time when Snoop spoke for the people. He didn't care about politics. He spoke his mind. He didn't bow down to anyone. But Katt says that Snoop today isn't that same guy anymore. This isn't the Snoop who stood with Tupac. This isn't the Snoop who came up in the streets. This is the Snoop who does commercials, hangs with politicians, and smiles for cameras. To Katt, that's not growing up. That's selling out. Katt believes Snoop used to fight the system. Now he thinks Snoop is standing with it. That's why Katt got so fired up. He said, "I'm still a black man. I'm still real." And he feels like Snoop forgot that part of himself. Now, don't get it twisted. Katt has always respected Snoop. He's called him one of the greats. He knows Snoop opened doors for many artists and helped hip-hop become huge. But Katt says Snoop forgot what made him special: being real, being fearless, speaking for the streets. Back then, Snoop stood against power. Now, Katt says he poses next to it. And in today's world, where people who tell the truth get silenced, Katt refuses to stay quiet. So where did all this start? Let's rewind. In the early 2000s, Snoop Dogg was untouchable. He survived Death Row Records, escaped bad deals, and built his own empire. He wasn't just a rapper, he was a movement. Everybody respected him. But slowly, fans noticed something changing. Snoop started showing up at political events. He started supporting certain people and staying quiet about others. He started protecting famous friends instead of speaking up. That's when Katt noticed the warning signs. Katt has a famous line: "When they can't control you, they cancel you. When they can't cancel you, they recruit you." In Katt's eyes, that's what happened to Snoop. Instead of being silenced, he was welcomed into the system. When other artists were being blackballed, Snoop stayed quiet. When people exposed bad things in the industry, Snoop played peacemaker. But when there was a red carpet or a big party, Snoop was right there. To Katt, that felt wrong. That's why Katt said this was Snoop's last warning. He said there are two kinds of dogs: the street dog, loyal, hungry, real, and fearless, and the political dog, trained, polished, obedient, and careful. Katt says Snoop used to be the first one. Now he thinks Snoop is becoming the second. These days, Snoop is everywhere. TV shows, commercials, cooking shows. He's a huge brand. And Katt isn't mad at success. He's asking one question: did Snoop grow as a man or just as a brand? Because those aren't the same thing. Katt Williams doesn't care about losing money or fame. He cares about truth. He's been arrested, mocked, blocked from Hollywood, but he never stopped speaking. That's why people listen to him. Katt and Snoop come from the same culture. They used to respect each other. They laughed together, did interviews together, and showed love. But when Katt started calling out fake people, Snoop stayed silent and even smiled next to the same people Katt was exposing. To Katt, that hurt. He believes if you stand for truth, you don't stay quiet when it matters. This isn't the first time people questioned Snoop's loyalty. After Tupac died, Snoop stepped away from death row and built new alliances. Some people respected that, others questioned it. Snoop has reinvented himself many times, and that's why he's still successful. But Katt thinks that same ability to change is what made Snoop lose his edge. Now, the internet is split. Some people say Katt is just hating. Others say Katt is saying what everyone's been thinking. And maybe both sides have a point. This isn't just about Snoop and Katt. It's about fame versus truth. Snoop represents survival, making it out and staying smart. Katt represents rebellion, refusing to bow down. Both are legends, but only one refuses to play the game. Katt's warning hit hard because it wasn't about hate, it was about disappointment. He believes once you stop speaking for the people stop speaking for you. So what happens next? Maybe nothing, maybe everything, because in this industry, silence speaks loud. And if Snoop stays quiet, some people will see peace, others will see power still pulling the strings. This is bigger than a beef. It's about staying real when the world tries to polish you. So what do you think? Is Katt right? Did Snoop change too much? Or is this just growth? Drop your thoughts below, because when Katt Williams says last warning, he means it. Snoop Dogg has been many things in his lifetime: a street legend, a rap icon, a survivor, a businessman, a TV star, a global brand. But now, according to Katt Williams, Snoop Dogg has become something else entirely, and that's where the trouble begins. This story didn't start with a diss track or a viral tweet. It started with a warning, a serious one. A warning from Katt Williams, the man known for saying what others are scared to even think. When Katt speaks, people don't laugh it off anymore. They listen, because history has shown that when Katt starts calling names, something big is usually already happening behind the scenes. And this time, the name he called out shocked everybody. Snoop Dogg. Not some new rapper, not a clout chaser, not a forgettable celebrity. Snoop Dogg is hip-hop royalty, a man who once stood as a symbol of the streets, a voice for people who felt ignored, someone who made it out and brought the culture with him. So when Katt Williams looked at Snoop and said, "Stop being a political dog," it wasn't just criticism, it was disappointment, deep disappointment. Katt didn't raise his voice for fun. He didn't crack jokes. He didn't play it off. He said Snoop's choices could cost him his future, his respect, and his connection to the people who helped build him. Katt warned that places where Snoop was once celebrated might no longer welcome him the same way. And the scariest part? Katt said it like he had already seen this movie before. When Katt talks about the industry, he talks like someone who's been burned by it, because he has. He's been canceled, mocked, arrested, blacklisted, and pushed to the edge, but he never stopped speaking. That's why his words hit harder than most. He doesn't protect relationships, he doesn't protect checks, he protects truth. And according to Katt, Snoop Dogg is drifting away from that truth. Once upon a time, Snoop was the cool uncle of hip-hop, the guy everyone respected, the one who survived death row records without losing his soul, the one who stayed calm when everything around him was chaos. Fans trusted him, artists trusted him, the streets trusted him. But Katt says that trust is cracking. The Snoop people see today is everywhere, on TV, in commercials, at fancy events, shaking hands with powerful people, smiling for cameras. On the surface, it looks like success, but Katt believes there's a price being paid behind that smile. He believes Snoop is no longer speaking for the people. He believes he's protecting the system instead of questioning it. And in Katt's world, that's not growth, that's surrender. That's why this hits so hard, because nobody expects Katt Williams to go after Snoop Dogg. Snoop represents survival, Katt represents resistance. One learned how to move within the system, the other refuses to move at all, and now those two paths are colliding. This isn't about jealousy, this isn't about hate, this isn't even about politics at its core. It's about identity, about who you are when the lights are off, about whether fame polishes you or erases you. Katt believes Snoop used to be a street dog, loyal, raw, fearless, and real. But now, Katt thinks Snoop has been trained, conditioned, turned into something safe, friendly, and controlled. And when Katt said, "This is your last warning," people felt it. Was he warning Snoop about karma, about losing respect, about the industry turning on him once it no longer needs him? Or was Katt really warning everyone else, every artist, every entertainer? Katt says the community isn't tearing itself apart. The system is. And when people point that out, they shouldn't be blamed for speaking up. They should be supported. That's why Katt felt betrayed. In Katt's eyes, Snoop stopped standing with the people and started standing above them. Not openly, not loudly, but quietly. And that's what made it worse. Snoop didn't fall, he didn't fail, he succeeded. And sometimes success changes what you're willing to risk. Katt, on the other hand, never cared about playing safe. He kept talking even when it cost him everything. That's why he looks at Snoop's calmness and doesn't see peace, he sees compliance. This is where the idea of the political dog comes in. Katt says a street dog is loyal to truth, even when it hurts. A political dog is loyal to comfort, even when it costs others. And Katt believes Snoop crossed that line. Now, that doesn't erase Snoop's legacy. Nothing can. Snoop helped build West Coast hip-hop. He influenced generations. He opened doors. He created opportunities. Those facts don't disappear. But Katt isn't questioning Snoop's past. He's questioning Snoop's present. Is Snoop still speaking for the people or just representing himself? That's the real question. And that's why the internet is split. Some people say Katt is bitter. Others say he's brave. Some say Snoop earned his seat at the table. Others say the table changes people. Both sides have arguments, but one thing is clear. This conversation touched a nerve. Because deep down, people worry about what happens when all the voices they trusted grow quiet. They worry about what happens when truth becomes inconvenient. They worry about whether success always demands a trade. Katt Williams is sounding the alarm, not just at Snoop, but at everyone watching. He's saying, don't let the system turn you into something you don't recognize, because once it does, it won't need you anymore. And that's why this warning matters. Not because it's loud, not because it's dramatic, but because it feels real. And when Katt Williams speaks like this, history says one thing loud and clear. He's not guessing, he's warning. At the end of the day, this isn't just about Katt Williams calling out Snoop Dogg. It's about a question that hits way bigger than any one of them. A question that every artist, entertainer, and public figure eventually has to answer. Who are you really loyal to when you finally make it? Snoop Dogg's story is one of the greatest success stories in hip-hop history. Nobody can take that away from him. He came from the streets, survived one of the most dangerous eras in rap, and built a career that lasted longer than anyone ever expected. He didn't crash out, he didn't self-destruct. He stayed smart, calm, and consistent. That alone deserves respect. But Katt Williams isn't attacking Snoop's success. He's questioning the cost of it. Because when you grow that big, your voice carries weight. And when that voice goes quiet during moments that matter, people notice. Silence doesn't always mean peace. Sometimes silence means protection. Sometimes it means choosing comfort over conflict. And sometimes it means stepping away from the people who believed in you first. Katt Williams represents the uncomfortable side of truth, the side that doesn't get invited to fancy rooms, the side that loses deals, opportunities, and safety for speaking too loudly. Katt knows what it's like to be punished for not playing along, and that's exactly why he doesn't trust the system or anyone who gets too comfortable inside it. That's why his warning to Snoop feels so heavy. It's not hate, it's not jealousy, it's disappointment mixed with fear. Fear that another voice from the culture has gone quiet. Fear that another leader chose safety over truth. Fear that the system won again, not by force, but by comfort. And here's the part that makes this hit home. This isn't just about celebrities. This happens everywhere. People change when money, power, and approval enter the picture. People stop speaking up. They stop rocking the boat. They stop standing where they used to stand. Katt Williams is reminding everyone that realness has a price, and not everyone is willing to pay it forever. Snoop Dogg may believe he's bringing unity. He may feel like he's choosing peace over chaos, and that's his right. No one can tell him how to live his life or run his career. But the people also have the right to feel disappointed when someone they admired starts moving differently. Two things can be true at the same time. Snoop can be a legend, and people can still question his choices. That's not hate, that's accountability. Now, the real question is, what happens next? Does Snoop respond? Does he ignore it? Does he double down? Or does he reflect? Because sometimes the loudest response is silence, and silence can either calm the storm or confirm what people already believe. Katt Williams has made his position clear. He's not backing down, he's not apologizing, and he's not scared of the consequences. He's drawing a line and saying, if you're for the people, stand like it. This moment isn't about picking sides blindly. It's about thinking deeper, about asking yourself what you value more, success or truth, comfort or courage, access or authenticity. So now it's on you. Do you think Katt Williams is right? Do you believe Snoop Dogg changed too much? Or do you think this is just what growth looks like in a world that punishes rebellion? Drop your thoughts in the comments, not just one-word answers. Really think about it, because conversations like this matter. They shape how culture moves forward. They decide whether truth stays loud or fades into background noise. If you believe artists should stay real no matter how big they get, say that. If you believe evolution sometimes means playing the game, say that too. There's no wrong opinion, only honest ones. And if you made it this far, hit that like button. It helps more than you think. Subscribe if you want more deep dives that don't just skim headlines, but actually ask the hard questions. And share this with someone who still believes real voices matter. Because whether you agree with Katt or Snoop, one thing is undeniable. When truth and power collide, the outcome always reveals who we really are. And that's a conversation worth having. Is this conversation helpful so far?